Hello and welcome back to Simply Shev, where we talk about all things natural hair, including my own natural hair journey, styling ideas, DIYs, and so much more to help you grow your natural hair long, healthy, and strong. So I did a quick Google search of good protective styles for natural hair, and interestingly enough, the styles that Google suggested were mainly done on your own hair. These were mainly twists and braid with your own hair, actually, which was really quite surprising, but really helps to home the point that I want to give in today's video of what I've learned over my natural hair journey, especially over the last year or so, and I want to share them with you in this video. I went ahead and also did a search for bad protective hairstyles for your natural hair, and this is also what Google suggested. I then went ahead for the purpose of research to search bad protective styles for your natural hair in Google, and these were the suggestion. It was mainly hair done using synthetic hair such as four locks, the stitch braids, the tight braids, some crochet braids. So even in Google you can really see the point here that I want to drive in this video. I have learned over the past 6 months or so mainly that my hair thrives better when it is done with simple protective style. So we're going to go in first of all in what is protective style, a good definition. So it says here that a protective style is any style that tucks away the ends of your hair and minimizes manipulation. Protective styling gives the ends of your hair a break from bad weather condition. When you wear hair in protective style, it's less prone to knotting, etc. So in this video, when I talk about protective style, I'm actually talking about the latter. The search that I did in Google that suggested that bad protective styling was styles such as stitch braid, tight crochet braids, and other styles that actually do the opposite. They don't actually protect your natural hair. I always say on this channel, a protective style is any style that actually protects your natural hair. It's as simple as that. So let's go ahead and get into the rest of the video. So just a quick disclaimer here, this is not to dissuade you from anything you're doing to your natural hair currently that works for you. If it works for you, that's absolutely fine. It's just what I've learned from my natural hair recently, and also just to help myself, as this channel is also journaling my natural hair journey, just to put down my thought process at this time. So I'm going to give you some general pro arguments for any type of protective style and also some arguments against, and then I'm going to just do a summary at the end of the video. I do hope you enjoy it. So the first reason why, I've put out there in my videos why protective styles are great for type 4 natural hair is that it allows you to take your hands out of your hair, and that means less manipulation. With your hands not being in your hair, you're not manipulating your hair as much, and as such you leave your hair alone to just thrive by itself. Okay, so I'm just going to give you the reasons for, and then towards the end I'll give you the reasons against. So the very first reason, obvious reason, you're putting your hair away. Often these protective styles is for 3 weeks or more, from 3 weeks to I would say about 3 months. So that's the first benefit that we, the reason why we protective style our hair is to really keep our hands out of our hair. The second reason is to lock in moisture. So a lot of these protective style, once you spray, for example, the braid spray in, there's a way of that material keeping in the moisture in your hair rather than it just being on your hair. If you've ever worn Kanekalon hair, you know what I'm talking about. If you spray that hair, it's just like fabric material, so it remains wet longer than your own hair, and in that way your hair is wet for longer. So we see that as locking in moistures, and the struggle of trying to keep our own hair moisturized is sort of lessened when we have that sort of Kanekalon hair or whatever. Maybe we use human hair, but whatever the hair is added onto our hair, it allows the moisture to stay in for longer. Okay, so that's the second reason, really. As I said, protective styles have helped me over the years to grow my natural hair. However, my thoughts have changed. Perhaps the length that I received was not great length, and it wasn't as healthy as I should. So first of all, let's cover all of those arguments, the pro arguments for protective styling, because it really does have its benefits. For us, a lot of us type 4 ladies, we know that our hair is tangly, it's knotty because of the characteristics of our hair, and so when we protective style our hair, we're not combing through it, we're not doing much to it, and so we have less tangles and knots. And because we're not combing our hair out as much, we also have less breakage, and so less tangles, less breakage allows us to retain more often than not. We are using the wrong styling tools while we are also not protective styling. So if we're in our hair combing it and styling it every day for work, whatever event we're going through, that's also manipulating on the hair and causing tangles and things like that, which will allow our hair to break. So if your hair is in protective styling, it reduces tangles in that way. Another reason why we protective style is for flexibility, for variety, to change up our looks. And when especially you have box braids or small Senegalese twists, you can do so many other styles without really thinking about it. Those lovely parts probably done by your stylist allow you to wear your hair just down in a bun, and also style that style. So it's really flexible, changing up your looks and adding whatever accessory. It can really look nice. So those are some of the arguments. However, I have been on a journey, really loving my own hair. And I've been doing a bit of self-reflection. I've been thinking, what is the point of me growing out my hair? As you know, I've been on a natural hair journey since 2009. What was the reason why I went on this natural hair journey? And of course, it was so that I could enjoy my own natural hair. And what's happened certainly over the pandemic, is I have overprotective style. So I've sort of like used protective styling as a way just not really dealing with my hair. Yes, I've been doing hairstyles and putting out content, but I haven't really been doing my hair. I haven't been enjoying my hair. And number one reason why I started on my natural hair journey was to wear my natural hair out. And so I've really changed my mind about protective styling in that way. Am I protective styling my hair too much? Also, my hair has grown a lot, but what I've realized is with the length that I retained when I was protective styling, I've had to cut off most of it and start again. Certainly over this last year, 2021, I've had to cut off about 6 inches of hair, and that was grown during protective style. So that's also changed my mind really about how I do protective styling and reasons why it may not be suitable, and you should reconsider some of your ways of protective styling, because our own natural hair is gorgeous, right? Yes, it takes a bit more patience to deal with it, but that's the reason why we're growing it, and we really need to show it rather than, sometimes, as I said, I was using the word protective styling as a way of not dealing with my hair. So some of the reasons why protective styling might not be protective styling, once again in air quotes, because once it's done properly, you can retain length. For me, I've been realizing that the products that I use and the processes they're just more effective on just my hair alone. If you are buying really expensive products and you're wasting it on, say, the Senegalese twist or any other canicle in hair while you're washing it, you're actually wasting product. And if you was to put that same thing on your own natural hair, you will really see the benefits to your own hair. So you have better access to your hair when you're using those sort of quality products on your type 4 natural hair to grow your natural hair healthy, long and strong. And you sort of get a better feeling of how the product is interacting with your hair. If your hair is in protective style 3 months to 4 months, and then 2 weeks, and then 3 to 4 months again, for the whole year, you're not really having a lot of access to your hair, and so you're not knowing if the products and the things and the efforts that you're doing is really working, because you're just having a 1 week break to put it back in protective styling. Certainly that's what I was doing, and I've realized that for that reason, the way I've been protective styling has not been really suitable. Yes, I should take the time in between the protective styling to care for my hair, but also I should take longer breaks. So really, I've started to think about protective styling more as, wearing my hair for like 2 months and protective styling it for 3 weeks rather than 3 months and having it out for a week. So it's really a change of mindset. And once again, leading on to that, my moisturizing, my hair loves water. It loves water-based products. When the way I was protective styling, air quotes once again, did not allow me to effectively moisturize my type 4 natural hair. And in that way, the hair that I was retaining was not of great quality, which is why I've had to do a lot of cuts. So, I moisturize much more effectively on a loose hair rather than when I have my air quote protective styles in. And so that is a reason why, another reason why protective styling might not be suitable for everyone. Once again, these are my opinions. If you've been protective styling, if it's been working for you, I always say continue to do that, because it has helped me to really grow my hair. However, because I did it wrong, I've had to cut off a lot of what I gained. my deep conditioning, my protein treatments, they're not as effective when I have other hairs added to my hair. And so I'm going to just be enjoying, in 2022, I'm going to be protective styling mainly on my hair. So when I said air quotes protective styling, my go-to protective styling was crochet braids, was any sort of kinnickle in hair. But now my technique and my styles have changed, and now I just want to wear sort of like chunky twists, chunky braids, transition that to sort of like a braid out, and also protective style that. So more of working with my hair, and I'm going to try that for about 4 or 5 months, listen to my hair and see how it responds. And I'm going to certainly be doing added hair with extensions to give my hair a break. However, the main way I'll be wearing my protective styling is just with my own hair. So once again, a reason why you might not want to be protective styling in that way, certainly at the nape of the back of my hair, I've realized I collected a lot of lint, matting and damage. I've had to remove a lot of hairs from the sides and from the nape of where the hair was in for too long, and then taking that out, it was just like a ball of matted, knotted hair and a lint balls, and I lost a lot of hair around there. And so if it's just your hair, I find that there's less build up, less lint, etc. And so that's that's something I'm going to be redoing. I'm going to be doing my own hair, but I'm going to be redoing the edges of my own hair a bit more. I've certainly seen a lot of difference already. I've gone the way of Ayurveda, and there is no point really using those herbs of Ayurveda if I'm going to be putting it on kinnickle hair or any other synthetic hair. So I'm just going to be sticking with my own hair, really working with that material and just trying to get that to the best length and health that it can get to. And it's important to understand how we retain length. Low manipulation, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to put your hair away for weeks and weeks and weeks. If you have just normal box braids with your own hair, and I've got a video on my channel, do check that out. Also, do subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've, into type 4 natural hair, wanted to grow out your type 4 natural hair, especially if you've never had long hair before. This is a channel for you. Check out my videos. Check out Watch to See if you've never had long hair. That video is really an introduction to my channel, letting you know that, like yourself, I've never had long hair. And with the knowledge I've gained, I'm just sharing that on this channel so that we can all be empowered to grow our hair long, healthy and strong, regardless of the texture. A lot of this is for you as well. You could be protective styling with box braids, with kinnickle hair, and it's causing built up, and you are having a lot of damage. So you will find lots of general information here on Simply Shev. So do go ahead and subscribe. The reason why this is my natural hair journey is because it's a journey. I'm constantly learning, I'm constantly tweaking, you will be constantly tweaking, and we're learning, and we're going to get it right. We're going to get to our goals, and the great thing is that when we get to our goals, we can pass that information on. I'm so grateful for this channel and this platform, and I really want it to become a community. If you have questions, do post them below. Do connect with me so that I know what your hair concerns are, so I can do some more research, and so that this channel can grow and really be a helpful resource, not just for us but for future generations. If you ask the question and I do a research and I put out the video, then so many other generations can benefit once this information is out there. And then finally, I just want to say on protective styling, why it may not be a great idea is because you sort of found yourself in between thinking, why did I really go natural? Why did I transition? If you transition, or if your hair is natural, what is the point? The point of me going natural was to enjoy my hair. Not really, I've always been sort of natural, but the reasons why I wanted to take care of my hair was to enjoy having natural hair. And as much as we do like to switch up our looks and all of that, there is for myself, certainly being true to my own identity, which I keep things simple. And my hair care, I want to do the same, and I probably was doing too much. That's the point of this video. The way I was protective styling, how the frequency of my protective styling was too much. So at the start of the video, I gave you some reasons why you should protective style, because it has helped me to grow my natural hair. And then I went into some reasons why you shouldn't do it. Personally, for myself, and it is your personal choice, it is up to you, it is your natural hair journey. I am going to be protective styling, but in a different way, because it has helped me. And that will mean I'll be gearing towards twists and braids on my own Tightful natural hair. I will monitor that for 6 months or so, 4 to 6 months, and see how that goes. And if I'm retaining more length with just my hair, keeping up my moisture routine and all the other good stuff that I've learnt in protective styling, protecting my ends, keeping on top of my trimming, and I will review that in 6 months to see how it goes. And if it is better than when I've added other hair, then it's going to be a double win, because I won't have to spend any more money on buying those sorts of hair. And I think I'm just at the stage of my life now where I just want to enjoy my natural hair, but I do want to just enjoy the stage that it is at now, and I will not be protective styling, once again in air quotes, the way that I've been doing. So I just want to say thank you so much for listening. Do comment below, has your attitude towards protective styling changed? What sort of protective stylings have you put in your hair? Do you notice any sort of issues with it? Is your hair speaking to you? My hair is constantly talking to me, and that's why, hence this video. Perhaps the way I just wanted to just go about and just try to retain all the length was wrong, because by doing that, the health of my hair suffered. It wasn't getting the moisture, it wasn't getting the nutrients that it needed, and so I've had to cut it off. And so, my protective styling was not really a protective style. And you live and you learn. And do comment below if you've learned some lessons while you've been protective styling. If you have some reasons why you should protective style or why you shouldn't, do also put them down below in the comments. I really appreciate all your support, and thank you so much for watching today's video. I will catch you in the next one, and do check out my other videos. Have a blessed